Amazing, Mal. I'm so excited for Season 4 of Blood Rush League. I'm sure it's going to be full of amazing gameplay, some really sweet chases, and, you know, some W killer moments overall, but Season 4, big ups.
Speaking of W killer moments, that was a lunge. Yeah, lunge onto Nancy, Ghosty. What do you think of, what do you think of our... Yeah, I know you love Nancy. What do you think of our build so far? Like,
it's a really nice build overall. Some good slowdown with Ruin. Painter's there to make sure that they're sticking gens, they get regress even more. The usual recover, like, safety net with Undying, and Corrupt to slow things down, and it looks like our Corrupt gens are all around Shack as well, so Corrupt's not being a pain in the butt for once and giving us split Corrupt, so I think our killer player, Interstellar, would be very happy right now with Corrupt blocking these gens in particular.
Yeah, Interstellar doing a good job here, trying to zone Nancy away from any resource, but we just have one more filler pallet left, and we get that down with Executioner's M2.
That was a really nice flick as well. Waited to a nice line of sight for Nancy to walk into it. Honestly, really nice down. Good use of Corrupt, and it sounds like our Pain Rose call was a little bit delayed because we did hear, I think that may have been Nia scream in the background.
It was Nia. Pain Res hits Nia's gen somewhere on the map, and we are in a pretty decent position here with only one gen popping off that first chase. I was worried that maybe a gen might, like, you know, they might have 3 split gens, and like we would see two gens popping shortly after, but thankfully not.
No, a nice quick chase to secure first hook for that. And the unhook coming through, but Interstellar is right here to follow up for the tunnel out. My poor Nancy. What a rough way to start the game.
No, I'm sure she's got it. I believe in her. But it's kind of scary here with a singular filler. And it's kind of hard also to body block for Executioner, as the rights of Punishment of the Damned does go through body blocks.
It does, yeah. Like some other killers that do have ranged abilities, some you can buddy block pretty efficiently, but Executioner is not one of them. Nancy can't play that pallet anymore.
Speaking of body blocks, and she gets caged instead of hooked. Fair enough.
I mean, I think Pain Res was used on Nancy for her first.
It was ready. Yeah.
Out there to get the
Nia did get hit by Pain Res, and the gen I believe that finished was probably Nia's. And we do hear Undying getting removed in the background. I believe it was the Undying by 7.
I think it's done its job pretty well, though. It means that we still have our Ruin up, so we still got the regression from Ruin, and still 3 stacks of Pain Res as well, with Nancy being on second, and 3 gens remaining. Well,
Caster's Curse Ghosty. Not jinx Interstellar like that.
I'm sorry, you know, I'm very hyped for today's game, you know? First game of the season, already starting off to a pretty good start for an Executioner set as well. Like, I definitely wasn't expecting a Pyramid Head for our first game of the season, but definitely an interesting pick. It's good to see these not so normally seen killers.
Teams agreed on Pyramid Head, so it's very excited to watch them play it. We do get the uncage here, unhook on Nancy by Nia. Nia will take a tag for it. Will we go to Nancy? I believe our goal here is to tunnel out Nancy and make it a 1v3 at 2 gens remaining.
I think that wouldn't be a bad shot with 2 generators remaining. Getting Nancy out of the game here would make these 3v1, if a gen doesn't pop beforehand, a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
I think Nancy does have a fair bit of resources up the top side, though. I think most of the chase has been done by Shack, so we do have a lot of Carnival side resources through 1 and 12.
I think because we sent the cage, right? The cage sends them to the opposite end of the map. They put Nancy here, so when she has unhooked, she has the whole area full of resources to work with, like so many pallets. And a gen pops in the background. And unfortunately, another gen. We are in endgame now, with Nancy here in chase. Rosie, what do you think? You're a Nancy gamer. Do you think this Nancy's doing good? I think so.
Nancy is cooking at the moment. Definitely making it hard for Interstellar to secure the tunnel out and final down onto her. It looks like we might be looking for someone else, though, which I do not say is a bad shout. If we can get someone else down here, that would be a second fresh hook, meaning we have a better secondary win con.
Yeah.
And potentially a camp out for some extra stages, so I think this is a really good play. Nancy's doing what I thought she may be doing, going for a down take for Nia.
Yeah, that means Nia gets away at the gate 11, and we are going to be securing a 3-stage 1 fresh, which is, honestly, it was looking towards middle stages there instead of like a 3-stage 1 fresh with Nancy being the tunnel out at 2 gens remaining, but she just juiced for those last 2 gens, man. I don't know what to say. Like, she played insane.
She bought a good amount of time for her team, taking a really good down there for Nia, just to make sure that it was only the 3 stages on her instead of potential 3 stage and 2 fresh. So really good start to our executioner set tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if Nia went down, it could have been a potential 5 stage 2 fresh as well, which was like significantly stronger. But no,
100%.
very well played by our survivors there. Really strong survivors. And also Interstellar for hitting some really good the flick earlier on Nancy on the first chase was lovely. All right, we'll be right back as we get the next game with Averno's turn on Killer.
Game to start off our qualifiers for the season 4. 3 stages for Executioner does seem pretty valid, considering this is a very low tier kill and we have some very high tier teams with us here this season. So it'd be interesting to see how we go for this, and if we can hit that win condition, even though at first it seems a little bit fairly doable, but it is Executioner.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And I mean, like, it was looking like it could have been a bit higher stages last game. It was just really unfortunate that Nancy kind of just popped off.
Yeah, no, it was
you
a
have
really
a first year human Legion. Did you try to window tap? Oh no, and we take an M1 for that.
Legion, we can't be doing window text in this sort of a setting. Come on, man, what are we doing? But that doesn't mean we get our first tag, which means the chase will be taken to Shack Incorrupt though, so at least we're in a good spot here. But that was a spicy, cheeky little play right there.
Hey, I mean, if it worked, it would have been like a clip moment, I guess. But
or a farming competitive.
Unlucky. Slightly too much to the right here by Stalix Executioner.
It's not over yet though. Like, if we get a nice week down into Ace, we still have Pain Raise. It seems like a similar build as well, except I believe we swapped over one of our perks. I think it was Ruin or Agi.
And Erupt for Undying.
True, yeah. We're minus hexes up to Gen Regression.
And also, our add-ons are different. This time we have Range and Sloppy Butcher on M2 hit, which is Mangled and Hemorrhage. The other one was running Cooldown and the travel speed of the M2. That was a really nasty lunge. Well played.
A good hit for the power.
We'll get our first hook here with 4 gens remaining. It's looking good so far.
Pain Raise will be really nice right now, just in case we have some other gens close to popping. So, pretty similar start. First hook, first gen. We're off to a very similar start to our first game.
Yeah, there was no scream this time, so I think the survivor did let go. We get a hit on Lara, vaulting that window. Very good stuff here.
That was nice. Ruthless does obviously know their shots, it seems.
Yeah, I think that was like right on the edge of the M2 too, so I think that's like Wax Doll, I think it's called, the range add-on. And another down on Lara there. And this will potentially secure our second fresh hook, which means if we hook Lara now, Averno needs to just get one more hook to win the match, which it's also our qualifier matches here in Blood Rush League are best of 1. So it's definitely puts Ruthless in a good position for sure. Yeah. Rachel with a attempted pallet save. Unfortunate. That, I think, would have been game-changing if Rachel managed to get that pallet save. That could have been the difference between this set being won here and now or lost. Yeah. Rachel needs to play for their life now, though. Rachel can't go down. If Rachel goes down and gets hooked, that would be three hooks, 3 fresh, and that would be a win for Averno. And at the same time, though, they can't let Lara go second, Night Angel, because that will also give another stage. They have to cheeky beater and can't. They can't afford to lose another stage here if they want to win this. It seems a bit tough for our survivors at the moment. With 2 fresh hooks on the board, it puts a lot of pressure, since it's not just okay, we can play for a stage here, it's okay, we still have time. It's literally 1 stage and it's over. Yeah, and I mean, not gonna lie, it's looking pretty rough here for Ecstasy, and a very good position for Averno. But anything can happen, so it's not over till it's over, you know? We do have a chase here towards 7. However, this area is, I mean, it connects to Shack. 2 gens pop in the background. Maybe Ace can do it. Oh, what a dodge by Ace. Nice dodge. I think it was Nancy MVP from our last match pulling up a Juicer Chase towards in. Is this where our Ace locks in for the Juicer Chase towards them? Maybe. The Shack pallet has been spent though, so this is, I think, one of the last pallets in the area.
I think so. I think that, oh, you know, the jungle gym was used earlier as well, so...
Oh, oh my, sorry. Oh no, an ace does go down. Tragedy. Okay, a quick cage here would secure the win, but it looks like we're gonna up the pick with the potential of a basement play here. A basement hook.
It looks
Yeah,
like they're going basement.
and that will secure the match win for Averno, bringing them into our main bracket for Blood Rush League.
Really good performance by Ruthless on Executioner here. Some really nice shots. Definitely knows how to like land these shots and is patient with it to make sure that it guarantees his. Ace did do a really nice dodge earlier on, but I think for the most part, I think there's only been 2, maybe 3 missed powers.
Yeah, they've hit quite a bit of their powers and very patient with it too. Though Ace did on both chases, excluding the attempted window tech, had pretty solid chases on both of his 2 chases that he's had. But unfortunately, the win condition is pretty tight here with 3 stage 2 fresh being the win condition. Not gonna lie, on most killers that's very achievable. I feel maybe not Hag,
Yeah.
but.
But Executioner, definitely one of those low killers where 3 stages, it can seem pretty rough, and honestly, that's a pretty valid and good result for the killer side.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, I mean, like, hey, sometimes it's just a rough game, or sometimes opponents just play out of their mind, you know? But
Yep.
it's not over till it's over. We're still playing for best result here. I'm very curious and very interested to see how this game pans out. As we get the pull from basement, and we do heal in basement, or at least in Shack. Ooh, Ace, what do you call that? Ace here walking onto the Trail of Torment, which means... Oh, wait, no, Trail of Torment's... Walking onto the Rites of the Damned, I think. Rites of Judgment. Yeah, Punishment of the Damned, my bad. Lots of words for Executioner's abilities, but this means that he could be worried if he's downed, because he is on Death Hook, which saves a lot of time from having to come hook the Survivor.
We do have a hit take from Ada coming in, trying to give him a bit of extra time, dropping pallets for the Ace.
Very
Ace
good dodge.
Down to Shaq.
The last jump does pop here.
I think Ada's going to try and play as long as they can for Ace and just buy a little bit of time so that Ace could maybe get Hatch.
Maybe. The thing is, though, Ada is a very enticing target. She is the best possible target for Executioner to down and hook right now. She's the last fresh hook.
Oh yeah, but if our survivors are opening 3 right now, there is a good chance that to make it up. We do hear the pods are going.
I think Selix needed to go for those M1 hits on Ada.
Or do we land a 360?
We hit Lara.
Oh yeah, no, that in my opinion that counts. That counts in my opinion.
And that ends it with 4 stage 3 fresh here for Averno on Executioner. Very, very good play on Survivors. Like, the Survivors are playing really well, and also I mean, there were some crazy Executioner hits with the M2 there, but unfortunately for Extazy, that does get the match win for Averno. Yeah, thank you all for being here, and I hope you had a great time watching our first match of Season 4. I'm excited to see you guys on the next match tomorrow, and I'll catch you all next time.